Now, let's see. People driving fast in the slow lane or slow in the fast lane. Let me tell you something. Anytime that you're impeding the normal and reasonable flow of traffic, you're breaking the law. Even on the freeway, you can go as slow as 40 or 45 miles per hour in the far right lane, the slow lane. You can do that, but no slower. Validation answer number 17 is E as in Edward. I told you earlier about speeding, and I practice what I preach. I never speed. I never go faster than 55 when the sign says 55. And I get there on time, by the way. But I would never drive in the fast lane going that speed, because that makes the people behind me go 50 or 45, see? By the same token, if I choose to drive below the speed limit, which I hope you all do, and I'm in the slow lane, I don't want you behind me pushing on me to go faster. Here's another one, impeding trucks. Trucks that are on the road that naturally, a lot of times, they're going to be a lot slower than we are because they're pulling a heavy load and you're behind there going real slow, okay? Now, I want to tell you right now, I've talked to many truckers and they wish me to emphasize to you that it takes about 4 times longer for them to stop than it does for a car to stop. When a truck is driving down the freeway, a lot of times they'll leave a lot of space in front of them, a large space cushion. So, here's a big truck, and they're in front of them hardly any cars, right? And then some little guy in a little Hyundai will say, hey, look, I got a space. And then they'll cut right in front of the big truck. And if anything goes wrong and that truck hits that little car, all it leaves on the freeway is a little tire valve. That's about all that's left. Don't ever cut in front of a truck. Trucks also have a much larger blind spot than you do. Most people don't realize that. You know, your blind spot, when you're driving, you look there and you can see it. It's on the side. Trucks cannot see that because they're 4 times longer than you are. Don't ever ride alongside a truck. If you're next to a truck, slow down, speed up if you have to, but get out of that guy's blind spot, which is the whole side of the truck. There are 2 more things that people never bring up that somebody reminded me of one day, and I'd like to tell you what they are. Unconsciously driving too fast on the freeway. How many times are you on the freeway, and because everybody's going at a high rate of speed, you just assume that they're going the proper speed. And you look down at your speedometer, and you're going faster than you should be. You should every now and then check your speedometer. Make sure that you're not going too fast. Another thing that happens to people on the freeway that people are not aware of, they become hypnotized by the road. You're driving down the freeway, and that center line kind of puts you to sleep. So you should just keep your eyes moving at all times. Make sure that you're not getting hypnotized by the road. The main thing that I want to say about the difference in driving on the open roadway, which is like out in the country, is that there is not enough light out there. Think about it. Last time you were on a country road, you're driving around, there's no light. As a result, when you're going around curves, you're hard to see. It's hard to see anything. You can't see that there's no shoulder on the side of the road. You can't see signs, the guide signs that tell you how many miles you've gone and that sort of thing until the very last minute. Freeways and city streets, by and large, are much well lit, and as opposed to country roads, which are not that well lit.